Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Doreen. In today's video I want to share with you guys my story on how I turned into a stay-home mom. Before, I was working in Dubai for around 4 years and I decided to have another baby with a plan of going back to work after 6 months of delivery, but things didn't go as I planned. So what happened was when I conceived, sorry, I'm going to make this video with my baby because he's refusing to sleep. I had a very difficult pregnancy, and at around 4 months during the pregnancy, I started getting this false labor pain. I think that is what was happening. But whenever I could go to the hospital, things were normal. The doctors were saying the baby is okay, you are okay, my organs were okay. So we really didn't know what was causing the pain. But to my thinking, after some time, maybe my body was not ready to conceive yet. Maybe I needed some rest after working. You know, when we work abroad, it's very difficult to have enough rest. Maybe I needed some rest before getting pregnant. I really don't know, guys. I don't want to lie to you that the doctor said this and that. That's what came to my thinking according to the pain I went through. And since it was not the first pregnancy, so I was questioning myself a lot, like what was really going wrong. So at 7 months, I realized the baby was a bleach, even though the doctors used to tell me that the baby would change with time. But as I kept on going for my antenatal appointments, the baby was not changing at all, and even the pain, it was consistent. I was in so much pain as the pregnancy as the baby was growing inside me. It was becoming more painful for me to bear. I started having these weird thoughts and regrets. I'm sorry, but you know when you're in too much pain and you just wake up and ask yourself, how did I even get into such a decision, you know? But as a woman, I had to be strong and get through the pain, you know? So, in herbal medicine to make the baby turn around and drop the head down. I tried very many because some of them used to work, and I can't even tell that this worked for me or that. You know, when you're trying local medicine, you just have to continue taking whatever they bring, you take. Whatever they advise you to do, you do. So eventually the baby's head turned down. So I said, okay, now I'm safe to deliver the baby. But the pain, guys, the pain was unbearable. I don't know if anyone has ever gone through a painful pregnancy like I did, but guys, the pain, it was unbearable. And I reached to the point I got a gynecologist because I got some information that if the baby is well developed, if the organs have developed well, the baby can support themselves when you give birth. You can get induction, early induction, getting induced before the due date. So because of the pain I was going through, I wanted to go through that process of induction, but the gynecologist advised me first to get a scan to see what is really going on inside, how the baby is. So When I went for a scan, that is where I got the bad news. That is where I got the bad news. And the bad news was that the baby's cord was around the neck 2 times. I don't remember the medical term, but I could not get induced in that state. And even the baby's condition, the baby was very weak and tired, and the cords were, should I call it straining or dakutuga, ngabi mutuga in my local language. So I was set for an emergency C-section because of my baby's condition. They had to save either my life or the baby's life. It was difficult for me, you know. I had to bear the pain of the wound, then the pain of the neck. Guys, it was so traumatizing and depressing. So I got some painkillers, and I had to be on strong painkillers to get off that pain. But again, the doctor advised me not to too much of it because it is addictive. So I was given a certain period of time to be on strong painkillers. Then afterwards, I had to just be in a normal situation, like having to bear the pain as a normal human being, you know. Hope I've put it in the right way. So guys, my life, I feared to be operated. I fear injections. So this was a C-section, and it was traumatizing to me. I was scared, I was shocked, and then after the news, I just started crying, guys, because I had no time of maybe trying to exercise or do anything to get the cords off the baby's neck. So guys, that is when I was operated, even before meeting the gynecologist. It was an emergency. It took, I think, around 40 minutes to get the baby out. Yeah. So I spent 3 days in the hospital. After I was discharged, this is where my life started changing, guys. Actually, before, I had not realized that life is now a mess. But getting home, that first night at home with my baby, I woke up and my neck could not move, guys. It was like this. I just don't know how it turned. I don't know what had happened. But I was told that it is because of crying too much when you're going for an operation. It damages the spinal cord, and you end up getting that side effect. After the operation, you get that side effect of the spinal cord. I don't know what it's called. I've forgotten, and I don't know these medical terms, you know. So I was in so much pain, guys. I could hardly help myself. I couldn't stand by myself. I couldn't hold the baby. I couldn't stand, losing my speech because of the trauma and the stress I got from the whole thing of pregnancy, and also the fact that I was already planning to go back and work, and now things were changing for me. I had to postpone everything, to change the plans. I think it also affected me and put me into that traumatizing situation. So I lost my speech at 2 weeks. Good enough, a friend of mine invited me to her place. She took care of me and my baby for 1 whole month. Then we returned home. But our return again, we went back on level 1, on 0. Again, I started having complications because I was working. I was not working, but doing housework and, you know, carrying the baby, doing this, going here and there. So I started getting this pain, you know. I At 4 months, the pain lasted for some time. Then at 4 months, post what I don't know. When my baby was making 4 months, I had to go to hospital for a checkup because I was bleeding and I was just having this pain, you know, back pain, and even the scar, it was painful, the wound, the healing, you know. So that is where the doctor advised me not to do anything. I don't have to mop, I don't have to bend, I don't have to carry heavy stuff. So guys, all this was tormenting me because when you go to work, this is all you do, you know. So now my life has changed. I have to adapt to this, you know. I'm not used to waiting for things to be done for me, you know. I do everything by myself. I'm living by myself. I'm on my own with my baby. So guys, it was so difficult, and I decided to try and make myself calm down, to try and accept the situation, to leave things as they are. I had to convince myself to just let go and see what life has given me. And here I am today. I can't go back to work as of now because I'm still healing. I'm not yet fine. And if I risk going back abroad to work, I don't know what may happen, but you know, life is being alive is better. It's better as I wait to plan for the next step in life. So I have to accept life, staying at home with my baby, taking care of myself, and hopefully I will get well and return back to work. But so far my progress, it's not so good. It's not so it's not yet good for someone to work, you know. I have to keep at home for some time as I get well. That is how I lost my job. Full-time mom, staying home 24 hours, 7 days a week. So thank you for listening in. See you in the next video. If you like my story, share, like, comment. Don't forget to subscribe, guys. Please subscribe. Support me by subscribing, you know. Thank you. Bye.